Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. Babe, do 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 do. I've got you, babe, do 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 do. I've got you, babe, do 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 do. Okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget booties because it's cold out there today.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly. And you can expect hazardous travel later today. What with that blizzard thing?
That blizzard thing. Oh, yes. Well, the National Weather Report says we're due for a big blizzard thing.
Yes, they do. Because that's not the lie, but I'll say yes, they do.
Okay.
And you know what makes today especially interesting?
Especially cold.
Yes, especially cold is the question on everybody's lips.
Their chapped lips.
Yeah, their chapped lips. Is will Phil come out and see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundcast Day.
Calling a Groundhog Day podcast. We.
What
was the what? How come you said? Do, what was the line? Do.
Okay, so that's because the way you phrase it. So the line is, I go, due to a big
Hurry
blizzard
up, I don't care
thing.
about
You
this
go, your repeat line is supposed to be a big blizzard thing. Big blizzard thing.
Yeah.
I got the report right here. The National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
What did I say?
Something with the word "do" in it. So I'm like,
all right.
I'm like, yes, they do.
I was like, will see his shadow. I almost said will see his shadow.
I don't care. Hey, everybody, I'm Randy.
Hi, I'm Bobby.
And we're totally, super excited to be here for our,
30th watch?
29th watch?
30th. I think last week was 29.
Quick, stall for time.
So today what we did was we watched a video on YouTube, which I might or might not link, that in the description below, which was about, which was somebody threaded together every single February 2nd.
This would be the 29th time.
Okay. Oh, crap. That's weird.
I know. I feel like we've watched it one extra time, but the episodes don't line up. Did you forget to upload an episode at some point? But I only have 28 episodes.
The one I just put up there is the one you gave me.
Yeah, that's. Okay. I feel like we're missing an episode.
Okay, it's
29.
29.
But yeah, this is our 28th episode today.
29th.
Our 29th episode, and today is
June 26, 2019. Trump's still in office,
and it's 6:40 p.m. It was a long day. It's gonna be a longer day. No, not really, because we had our first day of summer, and now we're
every day.
Yeah, it's a long day every day. What is this? Someplace in northern
Alaska?
No, never Alaska. Never Alaska.
So anyway, today what we did was we watched a compilation video. It's all of February 2nds combined into one with split screens, and we watch them side by side. This is in addition to watching that actual movie.
Yes. So. I was gonna go look up the video, but we'll probably link it or something like that, or I'll comment on the video and I'll leave it in the link or something.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Technically, you should have been saying that every time instead of hashtag this, hashtag that.
No, the one person who's listening to this, there's no way they're gonna like, comment, or subscribe to anything, so it's not worth my time. So the first thing I want to say, to get it out of the way now, because I almost forgot it, is that I figured out something today, and keep in mind the second thing that we just learned. So what I learned today, what I thought of today.
What did you learn today, Bobby?
Listen to me. What I came up with today, maybe my brain kind of flipped over a few times before, and I never really caught on. But in the morning, on the last day, when Phil gives his big stupid speech about how Groundhog Day, Chekhov said, blah blah blah. Afterwards, Larry comes up to him and he says he shakes his hand and he's like, "Wow, man, you really inspired me." And it never really occurred to me to put anything together before for some reason. Maybe I have fatigue by that point in the movie. But that night is the only night we actually see Larry with a woman, and it's Nancy. And every other night, well, we don't really see Larry too much at night, but usually Larry's not doing too much. But I was wondering, did Larry get all inspired by Phil, and that's what caused him to go out and try to hit on Nancy?
He had his Robin Williams moment. Larry stood up on the desk and went, my captain, and went out there and seized the day. In this case, the day was Nancy.
And he did not succeed, though, as we learn at the end. So it was all kind of for nothing.
Want to see the inside of my van?
You want to see a scary movie? And then, unfortunately, like Robin Williams, he hung himself later that night.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so Larry squandered that day and ended up getting bit on by an old lady.
Now, because Bobby has a bad memory and he wanted to get it out of the way, now let's go to our regular scheduled segment. How was your viewing of the movie this week?
No, we have a second thing to talk about. My viewing was okay. My viewing was last Friday, And so we thought we were gonna do it Saturday. We kept putting it off, and now it's Wednesday.
Yeah, I had some family in. It's like,
so that's why I was like, Randy, I don't remember this movie, and he was like, I don't know, we'll watch this compilation.
Which we'll talk about more because it's actually really cool in many ways. So my viewing was fine. I had no issues with it. Still making it about a third of the way through and then go 1.5 speed.
Why don't you tell us?
But this time I watched it normally.
Why don't you tell us what happened?
On what?
With the movie when you watched it.
Nothing. I watched actually this time. I forced myself.
Oh, was that the last week when you? Okay, I was thinking this was the time when your niece watched.
Yeah,
it.
no, we talked about it last week.
Oh, that was last week. See, I've already forgotten.
Before she tapped out about a third of the way through the movie.
Yeah. Okay, I thought that was the same.
Though my niece was explaining to me this week that she goes, no, it's like you were mouthing the entire movie. You were kept dropping tidbits about the background character. She goes, I just couldn't follow it anymore, and I just got up and left.
Randy's just annoying the other watchers now. You have to remain in complete silence with a new watcher. Yeah.
So say your second thing.
The second thing we learned, before I forget, is that we had a debate for many, many episodes ago.
Oh, this is the most important thing that we've been arguing about.
Besides the train.
Besides the train.
And the cop car.
But we had come to a conclusion. I don't remember what that conclusion was anymore.
No.
We thought it was settled.
No. We okay. So at day 2, the second time Phil repeats the day, we cut to him directly after he leaves the morning report. We cut to him back in his hotel room in pajamas. The lamp is on, and he's on the phone talking about how he's trying to get out of Punxsutawney, and he's talking about, well, I know there's a blizzard, whatever. And we were always arguing. The clock next to him.
I also just realized we're an idiot, but I'll explain why.
Says 4 o'clock. And we were like, wait a second. Is this 4 p.m. that day or 4 a.m.?
And our listener, you'll recall that we paused the movie on the DVD. We paused the movie on the Blu-ray.
Randy thought...
We stood at the thing. We're like, I think we can see... Like, no, it's AM FM on the side. Damn it. It's not AM PM. Why?
And eventually we came to the conclusion that it must be 4 p.m. But
No. I came to the conclusion that it's inconclusive. I was agnostic about it. It's like we could not find the answer either way.
No, so I think if you listen back to those episodes, you'll find we concluded that it was 4 p.m.
I have never been conclusive on that.
You'll hear it. But on this compilation, they put all the scenes in chronological order from morning to night. And so then the second to last thing we see is Phil reading to Rita in bed, and she's like falling asleep, and he's reading the poem, and he starts talking to her about how much he loves her. Then the very last scene we see is, that was 3 a.m. Then the very last scene we see is 4 a.m. Phil on the phone arguing with somebody. I don't even know who the hell he's arguing with. And he's like, how am I going to get out of Punxsutawney? I know there's a blizzard, blah, blah, blah.
So
now that editor has decided it is 4 a.m.
Well, and I know why, because we're idiots, and
there's
something we never realized before because of this. So you said it jumped straight to him in his bed. No, it jumped straight to him redoing some of the events he did the day one, including taking a shower at night and getting the cold water. We know he takes the shower at night only because they go out, they try, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I think they tried on the second day to go back up, came back, and he had the shower, but they lined it up so the shower was at the same time. So
wait a second. If they tried to go back, like he just runs away from them right away.
Like, I don't know, but like I said, he goes and
takes
the shower.
Inconclusive
He takes the shower again, but he only takes it in the evening and still has the same effect of there being cold water. It's a blizzard night, so I'm thinking...
It's a blizzard thing.
A big blizzard thing, actually, or a big blue thing. If you're TV Tropes and think those are the exact same thing, calling out
calling
TV
you out,
Tropes.
editor.
Oh, but yeah, no, they purposely have
shit,
this...
we didn't mind TV Tropes for this movie yet.
No, I'm trying to mind that for the RPG to come up with ideas for it. But
yeah, we're gonna have to go through a TV Tropes episode one time.
I know
just go through all the facts and review them.
Oh no, this week is when since we're almost we're past the halfway point.
Yeah.
Now I have to get a couple of notebooks so I can start writing down specific details for the RPG.
So the other thing I forgot that I just trailed off about was, so we discovered that Phil inspired Larry to go out and do something that day.
Yeah.
Which was unsuccessfully pick up a woman. But I just realized that, or at least sometime before that, a few scenes before that, we see, not the same day, we see Phil talking to Hallway Ghost, and he gives him that like inspirational speech about, oh yes, something about a dream of spring, and then he kisses the guy in the cheeks, and the guy looks all inspired. Did he inspire Hallway Ghost to do anything on that cycle?
He also made him go out and seize the day, and
Yeah.
it's
But he is a ghost who can only haunt that one hallway.
maybe he broke the cycle. Maybe he's convinced him to finally
Leave that hallway. Yeah, he's like, you're dead, man.
You're dead. You're dead.
Move on.
And okay, so I don't think we explained what the video we watched actually is. So the movie, what this video does is the editor, I believe his name was Neil Feldman. He took Feldman. Filchman.
Anyway,
So
you're
he
killing
took
time
the
here.
movie. I'm purposely killing time here. It's like I'm stretching this.
All right.
Kind of like how I need to stretch in the morning, so I don't re-hurt my back. But no. So what I was just saying. So the video we watched is he put each day, like as the events happen, side by side, as it happens chronologically.
Yeah.
So we'll get day 1 and day 2 of like the opening of, okay, campers, rise and shine. Don't forget your boots because it's cold out there today. It's cold out there every day. So we'll get that over and over again, and we'll get all those lined up. And then you start noticing things as each of these scenes are put side by side, like all the diner scenes, all the pacing is exactly the same. So as if it's being repeated again. They must have had a metronome in the background just going click.
Like they must have been
click,
like a play.
click.
Like they must have done it like a play. Like
that's how.
Okay, it's all timed out.
That's how I would have done it. Yeah, but if they had it all timed out perfectly, like people moved at the proper time, it makes you notice how well some of the continuity actually works in this film. Like as I said before, we were just talking about Hallway Ghost. Sorry, Man in Hallway. The official title.
Official name, yeah.
Official name in the credits, because they won't acknowledge our theory in the past about there being a hallway ghost.
Yeah.
Is that on the first time he meets him, we get to see him 4 times. And people, I'm about to put on my thinking cap here.
It's Big Brain Randy. Smart Gremlin Randy.
So you get 4 times. So in numerology, that is supposed to bring you to mind of things such as the 4 seasons, I can't remember any others right now. I'm really tired.
The cycle of things.
The cycle of things, like that cycle, but specifically in this case,
birth and death and something else.
It's like you get birth, childhood, adulthood, elderly death.
Yeah. Yep.
There's your 4 stages of life.
Yeah.
But so we can actually, I forgot where I'm going because we're constantly joking right now. But
Chat jokes.
Stall for time.
So
ad.
Okay. So how do you think Hallway Ghost died? Was he hit by the train? No, he had to die in that hallway. Heart attack. He's a very big guy. He's a big guy. He had to die coming up those stairs. He reached the top of those stairs and he dropped dead. And now his ghost is like always in that area.
So anyways, there's 4 shots of it afterwards. It maps out to the 4 seasons, and like, this is me. I'm just BSing here, people. So it's like the first time Phil meets Hallway Ghost, his dismissive, his standoffish, he's kind of a dick. Yep. Actually, let me work backwards because it's easier for me to work backwards from it. So the last time he meets him, he's full of hope. Winter is coming to an end. Spring is on the horizon. So what season is that? Would you say that is his spring?
That's spring.
The one that he meets him before that is he's kind of being... I
can't even remember the third one.
He's being scared of him. He ignores him. He runs away. That's winter. Then before that, you have him being tentative. Tentatively.
That's when he shoves him against the wall.
Yeah, no, and holds his throat. Yeah, and he's scared. So his fall, and then him being his normal self, being a dick and being top dog at the beginning is summer. I don't know if that works out very well, but
I would have thought the assault would have been summer, but okay.
No, summer would be fall because you're fearing the upcoming death, and
Today is tomorrow.
And then winter, he runs away from death, and at the end, he's in spring.
It's like denial. It's like The second one is anger, and then it's denial, like your big brain theory from a couple of episodes.
I don't remember if I ever actually talked about that in full, but
acceptance at the end, just accepting Hallway Ghost instead of trying to run from him or attack him or dismiss him. I got it. Kissing him. He embraces and kisses him. And
then there's the whole entire thing of seeing all the Ned Ryerson scenes in tandem.
Yep.
Phil! I don't want to alarm you, Phil!
And it does also... it does also really not lead into, but confirm your thing that Ned's dialogue is different on the day when he hugs him.
Yeah, on the day that he hugs him a little too long, it's like, Phil Connors, I thought that was you.
I've missed you so much. Come here, you. Let's go get something to eat. But you know what I was thinking of? Think of how much physical contact he makes with men as he gets happier. He kisses the hallway ghost guy in the cheek. He gives Larry
very European.
He gives Larry a big handshake. He hugs Ned, and when he's messing with him, but he still fully embraces Ned. And he gives mouth to mouth to the old man.
Well, yeah, in that case, he's trying to bring him back to life.
He catches the boy.
He's refusing to.
He catches the boy.
Now you're just like stretching here, Bobby. There's nothing homoerotic about it.
I'm not talking about homoerotic. I'm just talking about the fact that he's more willing to touch people.
This isn't Jeepers Creepers 2.
He's more willing to touch people.
Oh, we can assume that he touched a lot of women as well.
Because in the beginning of the movie, because the only thing he's interested in is sex. The only time he touches anybody is because he wants
He's
something.
unbridled id? Is that the word I'm looking for?
He touches Nancy. He makes out with Nancy. He makes out with Rita. And we see him at least touching his other date who's in the maid outfit. But we don't really see him touch too many other people. But by the end of the movie, he's like a very touchy guy. Just a friendly, touchy guy. And that's it. I don't know if that's a point. Another thing I came up with today.
Okay, sleep with, marry, kill. Rita, Nancy, and French maid outfit.
You gotta marry Rita, man. You gotta sleep with Nancy, and then I guess you would just kill that useless character because she has like 2 lines of dialogue.
Sleep, marry, kill. Debbie, Mrs. Lancaster.
Oh, definitely killing Mrs. Lancaster.
And eyeshadow lady.
Oh man. I think I'd marry Debbie. She looks like she's like a bundle of energy. She's kind of crazy, but I think
because you got to remember that in this game here, that if you sleep with, you're only going to sleep with them once, and marry, you're never going to have any sex with her.
Oh, you have to have a platonic marriage?
It's a platonic marriage.
I'm banging Debbie. She looks like a bundle of fun.
And kill, you're literally killing them.
I'm killing the old lady.
So you're,
oh wait,
that means you're stuck with eyeshadow.
Yeah, she's got a good job, man. She's got a good job.
You'd be a kept husband.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Here was another thing, a stupid thing I came up with. We were just like, I wonder if Phil ever decided to fuck around and like take Gus and Ned in the car and drive them over the cliff and the quarry, and then put the groundhog in the car and drive him on the train tracks.
Always remember, Bobby, that they have said that they never showed Phil's darker days. I don't remember if it was said in the commentary, but it has been said that they purposely went out of their way
IMDb
to not show his darkest days.
Like the time he killed everybody in town and burned it all down.
When you add up the numbers that Rita says, you can chronicle exactly the point that Tree is born in Happy Death Day. A completely different movie. So this means nothing.
We're getting a little silly now.
As we near the end of it, yeah.
What's our time?
Now we're at about 18 minutes in.
We got to give them at least 2.
Yeah, no, it's like. But after the last couple weeks of longer episodes, it's fine. But was there anything cool that you noticed when we were watching the season?
I already named everything I thought that was cool, that I think of.
Like I said, I liked the whole things when you saw the devil appear and you saw him trying to wile his way in the many forms there against him. And you get to see his different energies, because they're not the same all the time, because he's another one that knows he's in the loop, so he purposely doesn't.
But Randy, last time you said he sent out a simulacrum of himself to just act.
Yeah, but it's never the perfect duplicate, because he never says things the same.
So it does have slightly different variances when it can do it.
Yeah, because it knows that it's in a loop, so it's just like, okay, this is so boring. I'm not going to do it myself. This is just going to be a
little avatar,
like a slice of my consciousness that I never have to pay attention to.
But it can act.
Meanwhile, Ned the Devil is actually acting as an actuary somewhere, being an insurer. Sorry, acting as insurance agent.
He's doing Universal stuff. He can't be bothered with this. The other thing
I just realized that in the things they showed in tandem, they never showed the part where Debbie kisses Phil and Fred kisses.
Man, they cut shit out. See, this motherfucker's lazy. I think I saw that.
I don't remember seeing it.
Okay, well, maybe you're looking at a different part of the screen.
Oh yeah, maybe I was looking at a different part of the screen.
But another thing I thought of today, which I probably thought up before, but it's been so long, was we see in the morning Phil, Rita, and Larry at the park, whatever the hell that thing is, a town square.
Town square.
And then, at one point in time, we see them like
the Pennsylvania polka.
we see them at the van. I believe it's the day when he's stealing the groundhog. And we see them at the van, and he's like, remember the time I didn't know that Larry was in that shot, but then we pointed out that he is in fact loading stuff into the van. But then on other subsequent days, we see Phil and Rita in the diner and talking, and we know that Larry walks in at some point and says, "Hey, guys, we better get going. We're gonna stay ahead of the weather."
You're not saying it properly. You're saying it too alpha. You got to say it more beta. Hey man, we gotta get home and
stay ahead of the weather. The weather.
And just so you know, listeners, I was saying that with all sarcasm included. Anybody who says those terms seriously, run away.
Incel Phil.
Run away.
Phil Black.
He's like a total Chad.
We got Seduction Phil and we have Incel Phil in this movie.
Good Phil or bad Phil?
Well, both of those are different types of bad Phil.
Oh God!
But Randy, no.
I just realized the RPG is gonna be nothing but you being bad Phil.
But Randy, listen. First, two things. Number one, why the hell is Larry not eating with them already? And number two, what was he doing?
Putting stuff away.
It took that long to put out. Like, how much stuff? You only saw him with one camera.
There's all the cables. He probably brought backups.
So he told them, like, oh, you go ahead to the restaurant and I'll just pack up the van.
Yeah.
And so they go to the diner, which, as we know, is across the street.
Yeah, it's exactly across the street. As per the map episode where I told a story for your ears.
Hold on, let me break out that carpet again. Now show me on the map. Show me on the dinky card
Oh,
map.
man, I wish I could get that printed out somewhere. And
where that takes place, yeah. So they walked across the street and he just went to the van and put stuff away.
Yeah, he was putting stuff away. He was probably flirting with somebody. Like it's Larry. What do you think he was doing in the van? Okay. No, wait, don't answer that.
Yeah, as we know, he's seen the inside of a van many times.
He lives in a van, as far as I'm concerned. Wow. I mean, look at that shirt. It's like he's one level up from the homeless guy.
You know what? No, I was gonna say we've never seen Larry or Rita's rooms.
Because, as we know, according to the storytelling of the film, they are overall unimportant, except when they are except when they're seen from the point of view of Phil. Mm-hmm. Like even them breaking it for us during the car chase, where we get a lot of their POV over Phil's. Like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? And then cut back to Phil driving around with a groundhog.
Mm-hmm. Then getting his finger bitten wide open.
Phil had
Do you think there was a day when Gus bit Phil's finger?
You know what? I think there's all possibilities.
In the remixed version, when he tries to drive Gus and Ralph off the cliff, and Gus bites his finger. And then in the other one, the groundhogs on the train tracks, and it's like.
If this was a video game, I'd be trying to figure out a way to replace the groundhog. No, not sprites, like the 3D model of like the groundhog with a small version of Gus.
Oh, he shrinks them down first. And then he grows the groundhog.
Yeah.
So it's very Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, too.
Oh, man, I wish I was better with Photoshop because I'd be memeing this up nonstop.
We got to be the only two guys who make Groundhog Day memes now.
But what type of memes do we have? Holly Ghost.
A few of them. Nancy's an angel. Holly Ghost. We got...
Nancy's an angel.
I mean, Rita. Fuck! I'm still mixing up white woman. God damn it, they all look alike.
If you haven't figured out, Bobby is a 6-foot-tall black man.
Mm-hmm. And I just jumped off a bridge.
Yeah.
Because I reacted to videos of Smash Bros. One too many times and it got to me. No.
Well, he had mental issues. It's like.
Mm-hmm. But we're veering too far from Groundhog Day discussion now.
Well, you see, what happened with Etienne is similar to what happens to Phil
when he drives off a cliff.
But no, mental illness isn't a joke. It's not something we should really be making fun of. It's a hard thing, and.
Randy, we made fun of raping people.
You have. I've been trying not to let that
committing vicious rapes and murders.
Well,
and arson.
He did. Because, like I said, he slept with everybody in that town.
I don't believe it, man. I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't sleep with everybody in a town.
He was there for 10,000 years.
Old people and.
He was there for over 10,000 years.
Including babies and children.
Well, according to the musical, which was also written by the screenwriter for this film, he slept with everybody between the age of 18 and 75.
So wait a second. So Phil does have some morals. He won't go under 18.
That we know of.
What is the age of consent in Pennsylvania?
I think you should table
It's
that.
got to be like 16 or 17. People think it's 18, but it's only 18 in like California. Most places in the United States it's 16 or 17. So Phil could have gone a little younger if he wanted to. But what does he care about getting arrested? He's just gonna wake up the next day with no consequences, huh?
We already told you that on his darkest days they were dark and cold.
So there's like torture and.
I'm talking about there's human centipede type stuff going on there.
Yeah,
it's like
there was torture.
There is horror. There is horrors that the mind should never see. Mm-hmm. There's a day where Phil's wearing the flesh of Larry because he skinned him. It's like I said. There's gonna be dark days.
Have you just seen Ned laughing?
Oh God!
It's a doozy.
What the hell? Oh, it's a doozy. I'm like. Naganuchi? What? What the hell is this?
Trying to do a scary devil voice for Ned, saying it's a
No,
doozy.
you're trying to do to slow down.
Well, that's kind of the same thing. Every scary
Watch
voice.
out for that first step. It's a doozy. Ha 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 ha.
Put your little hand in mine. He's got a severed hand.
Oh, I was gonna take that a step beyond, but no, not gonna go further. And with that, everybody, I was Randy.
Hey, it got a little too dark at the end there. So I'll be here.
As my house gets darker because I don't
Yeah,
have
it's
any lights
physically
on.
dark in here. I can barely see your face right now.
But yeah, because as you know, Bobby stares at my face continuously for the entire
It's
episode.
polite.
He looks into my eyes.
His glasses eyes.
Yeah, I can't look people in the eyes. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable.
Okay.
It
Sometimes
hurts.
I look at your man boobs though.
Yeah, but you'll take anything. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
Between the ages of 16 and 65, I don't know.
we have him on tape. And remember, people, I also have me on tape as saying that Bobby sounds like a serial killer. So make of that what you will. Sorry, he writes like a serial killer.
Jeez.
Body shape doesn't matter.
Body shape means nothing.
The law means nothing.
The law means nothing.
Okay, everybody, I'm Bobby, his Randy, and this was another exciting episode of Groundcast Day, the Groundhog Day Podcast.
Yep. The
And this
only
was the
Groundhog Day podcast you should
29th
listen to. Don't
Even
listen to
though
those-
there are other ones on YouTube.
Don't listen to them because their audio is fucking atrocious.
They're also doing this bad like we are. They're doing this on YouTube, but we don't know better. We apologize. Nobody knows where we exist. They're doing like Skype casts. So
Yeah.
we're doing this in person.
Yeah, I have to physically drive here every time. It's not fun.
Man,
I
just get a damn job at my damn place so we can just do it in your car.
Sit on his dirty ass couch every time.
Goodbye, everybody.